That actually doesn't look great. What can I do with chat here? I could maybe move it up to like here. What, do you think there's gonna be a bunch of weapons in F tier? I mean, there probably are going to be. There's a lot of bad ones. We're F tier. Oh, actually, no. There's not gonna be a lot in S tier, right? But that's like weird, right? Is it weird to have chat up there? It seems out of place. But yeah, let's see it. Is sub 20 with TAS any percent amiibo possible? Uh, maybe. I guess with TAS, it could be. Currently, the BTT is the closest thing we have, and it is not quite possible. Yo, what's up, Swiffy? Content stream, yeah. Okay, I should. Yeah, this will be fine, I think. I just want chat to be somewhere. Okay, now if I open up this. All right. Is no weapon an option? Wait, what do you mean? Okay, so I will be making tier lists for all of the weapons in Breath of the Wild. I've been speedrunning this game for a while, played it casually for like 200 plus hours at the beginning when it came out. So I'll be giving my opinions on all of the weapons and bows in the game. This is not going to be an objective tier list based on like utility. It is going to be based on my opinions. So stuff like how cool it looks or utility in speedruns I've done will play a big role in it. And there's a lot of weapons actually, so we'll just get into it. Let's see. What should we start with? I guess we can start with the Dragon Bone Club, Moblin Club, or is it a Boko Club? Either way, this one I've only used in Trial of the Sword speedruns. And I feel like a lot of these weapons I'll be mentioning that I use them in the Trial of the Sword speedruns I've done because I did Master Mode Trial of the Sword pretty recently. So we use this in the final trials, or no, I think it's the middle trials to kill the Hinox. So I like this. We'll put it in. Well, it's pretty niche. I don't know. I probably used it a bit in my casual playthrough. I just read tier in the chat. But yeah, it's decent damage. So I'll put it there. Gerudo Spear, F tier. Spears are pretty bad in this game. So a lot of these spears are probably going to go in F tier. Because, like, what? Two-handed weapons you can spin with, and spinning is completely broken. You can get, like, double hits and all that. One-handed weapons, they attack pretty quick, and you can use them for, like, IST. There's certain things where you need a one-handed weapon for it, like setting up IST. They attack pretty quick. You can hold out a shield. Spears are nice because they're like long range. But yeah, for the most part, like their attack is low, but they can attack quickly. But overall, didn't really use them much. But then you get to like the Frost Spear, and then this is an elemental weapon, so this will go like probably up in B. Right, yeah, because when you freeze an enemy, it's kind of broken. All the elements are really good. Another F tier spear. This one's like a harpoon, right? I think that's what it's called. I don't know if I've ever used this in my runs. Well, definitely not in my runs. I don't know if I ever used it casually either. Who knows? Zora's sword. Oh yeah, if you guys want to follow along and make your own, I have a command. You can make your own tier lists. So I've linked the site for this. Fake harpoon gun. Yeah, it's just a spear. And it doesn't even have that high attack, I don't think. But yeah, the Zora sword looks pretty cool. But it sucks. Yeah. Maybe it's F. Sure, we'll just put a bunch of things in F. I'll grab all of the bone weapons. Or like the stall arms. Those all go in F tier. I guess the Lizalfo's arm might be a little bit. It's like the best of them just because it can be used as a boomerang. Let's see. Okay, that should be all of them. But it's pretty though. Yeah, it is pretty, but it is pretty bad. Moblin arm S tier for sure. I don't even know which one of these is the Moblin arm. I think it's this one based on the size. Let's see, Forest Dweller's Spear. I actually grabbed this in all dog treasures. One of the dog treasures is a Forest Dweller's Spear. And it looks pretty cool. But we're putting an F tier. Sorry, spears are pretty useless. I mean, like, I used it once. I guess I didn't use it, but like I had it in my inventory and I had it equipped for like one of my dog percent runs. Just because I was like, I might as well have a cool stick instead of the normal Boko spear. This one's like the Demon Carver. Maybe? Is that what it's called? This is like pretty high attack. I don't know how many times I've actually used it. I feel like it's pretty rare. We'll put it up in B tier. Yeah, Demon Carver. It's like 40. What's the ranking criteria? Whatever I feel like. There's like a combination of, attack power and like utility. My opinions on it based on using the weapons in like speedruns. And then just overall like casual play experience as well. But yeah, that'll go in B. I mean, I didn't really use it much. The Royal Broadsword. This is like 36 attack. It's a one-handed weapon. I've used it in any percent. It's always sad when I have to use this in any percent though, because that means I didn't have enough arrows. So in the old route, you used to grab this if you didn't get enough arrows for Calamity Phase 1. If you had to do extra flurry rushes. So it was always a sad time if you had to pick it up. I'll put it in B tier. It's pretty common. Really solid weapon. Do aesthetics count? They do. I do like how this one looks, but I think the other B tier weapons, I think it fits in. The Ancient Battle Axe plus plus. Here, we'll rank all the Guardian stuff next. Actually, let me just sort this a little bit. Find all of the Guardian weapons. Here we are. More. And then there's like this. I guess we'll do it like this. And then where's... Okay, I think we got them all. So obviously, Weenie Spear goes in F tier. A little less Weenie Spear, also F tier. We'll take this other one and put it in D tier just because presumably it's better. It has better attack, but like the durability on these aren't great. And so I didn't really ever use the Guardian like spears much. I definitely preferred the other ones, like the other weapons that they dropped. You always forget the chainsaw exists. I don't think I've ever used the chainsaw. Okay, Guardian sword, like this short sword. I guess the short sword is actually the name for the one you make, but that's probably F tier. This one, I guess I'll put in D tier. You can pick up the Guardian weapons in Trial of the Sword, and they're fine. It's like the middle trials, there's a lot of Guardians, and you can pick up their weapons. And they're decently powerful in that context, but we don't actually use any of them. Because you're harsh on rankings. Yeah, I guess I do have more more tiers to work with, so I could just not put everything in F, but also we'll see. Once we get to some of the better ones, maybe I'll shift things around. This one I'll put in. I'll put that in B tier. If I'm putting that in B tier, maybe I should put this in C tier. Sure. This is like 40 attack, I think. True, they wouldn't get Fs if they didn't suck. That is fact. This is an axe, so I'll put it in. What does this go in C or D? I'll probably put in D so that I can put this one in. Well, no, I'll do it. I'll do it this way. Two-handed weapons are kind of broken. These have pretty low durability. But they do look pretty cool. I am a fan of the Guardian weapons, the aesthetic. And I don't think we use any of these in speedruns from what I remember. There's like no real need to pick them up. Ancient Spear, I don't think I've ever used. In my casual playthrough, there's like, well, you have to go to Robbie to craft these, and it takes up a weapon slot, so like there's always better options. They look really cool though. I don't know. All the Guardian tech, ancient tech, it looks cool, but yeah, I don't know. This is probably pretty decent. I'll put it in B tier. I don't know if I've ever used it though. It's ugly. Uh-oh. It's the one spear you might actually use. Nah, you gotta use the elemental spears. Okay, ancient short sword. I had to craft. Right, this one I think is required for the weapon connoisseur side quest. So you do have to craft this one. But yeah, overall probably not worth the materials. Still feels pretty cool. Do I demote the spear? I don't know. It is a spear, but it's probably the best spear out there. Hmm. And we'll put it in C. I'm not a fan of spears for the most part, unless they are elemental. This one is probably pretty good, but again, I don't think I ever crafted it, so I'm not sure where to put it. The It's like a chainsaw, super high damage. Doesn't it have like a or does it have a special ability to it? Or does it is it normal like a normal two-handed? At least above spear. Yeah, it should be above spear, I think. We'll put it there. Tree branch. It's just a two-handed. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll leave the tree branch for the end. Anyway, you gotta save the best for last. Um, so this one's like the mighty Lionel sword. I don't remember how much attack it has. I think it was all right though. Wow, there's like nothing in D tier. Um, yeah, I might rearrange the F tier when it comes to it. That's a regular Lionel sword. No, the regular Lionel sword is this one. I guess we can rank the Lionel equipment if I can find them all. Okay, here's the Savage Lionel sword. Where is? Oh, here's the Lionel spear. That one's the mighty Lionel spear, I think. Then we have. Wow, it's so hard to find because there's so many weapons. This one's Savage. You don't like spears? I do not. Spears are not um, not as good in this game. You can't spin, and spinning is broken. I don't think we really use that many spears in Trial of the Sword, which is where, recently I've used most of my my combat for Breath of the Wild. Okay, there's got to be something I'm missing, right? Okay, yeah, there's the Savage Lionel Crusher. Okay, there we go. So we've got the Lionel weapons. I just put the mighty Lionel sword in C tier. So we're gonna put the Lionel sword in D tier, and then the Savage Lionel sword is gonna be in A tier. Big fan of it. It's got a lot of damage. In my casual playthrough, I farmed these. I actually farmed a ton of Lionels. Um, that's what I did for fun. So I got like a 100 almost attack Savage Lionel sword, I think. It was like not quite there. But yeah, that was pretty fun. Alunishishi just got here. Am I using durability transfer as a consideration on this list? Uh, I'm not sure. Probably not like a big factor. As in, I don't think I will be moving low durability weapons up a bunch if you can just transfer durability. Because then it's mostly just which has like the best attack and stuff like that. Um, Hello, Laurent. Thanks for the good luck. Hopefully, I don't need it. And enjoy the lurk, boy. Okay, this Lionel Spear probably goes there. Yeah, I feel like it kind of makes sense to just have the Lionel weapons level up. Let me rearrange this. Because the bow and weapons are definitely, like the stall arms are definitely the worst weapons in the game. Okay, that looks fine. This, I don't know if I ever used or I probably did use the Lionel Crusher, like the base one, a little bit. But I feel like they're not super common. Like, how often do you fight a red Lionel? Not very often. It's like for that one quest, and then everything levels up anyway. I don't even remember what attack the other Lionel Crushers are. It's been a while. Like, this is probably pretty decent, but I'm gonna put the Savage Lionel Crusher in S tier. I think that'll be the first S tier weapon. It's just too good. Great attack. We actually use the Savage Lionel Crusher in Master Mode any percent to a great effect. It kills the blights really quickly, and obviously we use the 5-shot bow as well. So it's the combination, and the bow is more important than the Crusher, but obviously this is a weapons tier list. And if we could rank bows in the same tier list, they would all just be like S tier with the weapons behind them. But yeah, I farmed for Lionel Crushers or Savage Lionel Crushers in my casual playthrough as well. Also, fun fact, if you have like a big two-handed weapon like a Lionel Crusher, you can use it to push stuff. Like with Magnesis, they're big enough that you can like push things pretty easily. Like, I think in Mado you can push the button if you have a Crusher or something. Royal Halberd, I actually really like this. I'll put it in B tier. It looks cool. It's got pretty good durability. Probably a top 2 or 3 spear. Like, I'm generally not a big fan of spears, but this one looks cool. What's up, Arm Sticky? Yeah, we're doing a tier list day. It was a sub goal that we hit, so I gotta do it. Okay, we'll do all the elemental weapons maybe. I think that might make some sense. Okay, grab these. Oh, I already did the Frost Spear. That was one of the first ones. But yeah. Spear. Sword. Great Sword. And I think there's one more. Yeah, the Thunderstorm Rod. Blizzrod. Yeah, okay. I was missing something. Come on. All right, so we've got the elemental weapons, and these are great because you make a screen capture a bit wider. Let's see. If I do, what do you say, a bit wider? Do you mean like, is this better? I guess that way my I'm not covering the right side of the thing at all, which is good. Okay, so you got elemental weapons. Anything fire, you know, is good because it can keep you warm in the cold. So I definitely always had at least one in my inventory at any time in my casual playthrough. The fire rod only, like, you only get to shoot one fireball at a time. It's kind of not super inspiring when you use it. I'll put it in D tier. I like, it's good for fire, but there's a lot of other weapons that are better. Like the meteor rod, I'll put this up in B tier. It shoots out 3 fireballs, and we use this in... Oh, I'll put it in A. We use it a lot in Trial of the Sword. You can create updrafts with the fire. It keeps you warm. You can insta-kill like ice enemies. We do that a lot. And yeah, it's long range, so that's pretty good as well. They just feel weird to use. Yeah, the rod weapons are definitely weird. Like, you can't throw them, which feels strange, but they've got good effects. But yeah, the fire rod, it's just like the comparison. Meteor rod is so much better. Yo, what's up, Liz? Welcome in. Flame spear, probably just below the frost spear. It's got really good durability. This is probably the flame weapon I kept around the longest in my casual playthrough. Like, I always had this. And like, the spears are good because, or the elemental spears I think are great because they have high durability and you're not really keeping them for damage. At least I wasn't. So the fact that they have higher durability is nice. And they just look kind of cool. Regular flame blade we do use in Master Mode Trial of the Sword a little bit. It's not super important though. But I'll put it in C tier. It's probably higher up in C tier. D tier. Nah, it's still elemental. It doesn't have very much range. That is true. But because I've used it in a speedrun, I will give it the C tier. Great Flame Blade. Is this A tier or S tier? I think it's A tier. This one's great. For all of the reasons of it needs S tier. No, I don't know how many I'll be putting in S tier, but great Great flame blade. It's good because, fire, all that I've just explained. And then it's two-handed. You can do a thing with it where you... Oh, I forget what it's called. But, like, you swing the weapon and then drop it. And you can do this for any of the elemental weapons, but it'll, like, keep the effect active as long as you drop it during your swing. And so if you were, like, farming Faroche or something, you could use a Great Flame Blade to keep the campfire lit. And so that's pretty cool. Pretty useful. Although you could do the same thing with a torch. Like if you drop a torch next to the campfire, then it stays lit. Let's see. Ice Rod. Ice Rod's pretty good. Or at least better than the Fire Rod, I think. But I think that's just because ice is better. In general. The Blizzrod is S tier. It's just broken. We use it in Trial of the Sword a little bit. I think it's like the last room we freeze all of the Bokos. It's got a huge range, right? It's like a sphere around Link, which is nice. You just freeze enemies, and when you freeze an enemy and then hit it, you like break them out of the freeze, and it deals a lot more damage. And yeah, just being able to freeze everything around you is super nice. The Frost Blade, dude, this thing looks so cool. This is like the Master Sword. That's what it looks like. But in terms of actual use, like I think it looks cooler than its use. I don't know. It's pretty short ranged. Like it's elemental, that's fine, but I'll put it like above the Flame Blade. No, I'll put it below the Flame Blade. I think I like the Flame Blade better because we actually used it. Triple damage. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Ice is busted. Yo, it's a petite. Thanks for the best of luck. Great Frostblade is probably the most broken elemental weapon in your opinion. I think the Blizzrod is probably better. Well, it kind of depends. So like the Frostblade, if you do a bow spin, and this is true for like all elemental weapons that you can, well, no, I guess it's all elemental like two-handed weapons, but you can do a bow spin and the elemental effects won't disappear, and so you can spin with like the Frostblade forever and it'll always freeze, which is really solid. It's a two-handed weapon, which is nice. We use it against like the Igniotalus in Trial of the Sword, but that's like we use it just because it's a nice weapon, and there could be better two-handed weapons for the actual killing of the Talus. The rods can literally be used to overload the menu. True. That is a pretty solid use. Great Flameblade not S tier? Well, why would it be S tier? I don't know. I think it's very good, but I wouldn't put it right at the top. I don't know. I feel like I'm keeping S tier. I want to keep it pretty small. But let's see. Lightning Rod. Lightning rod is better than the fire rod. Um, I would say it's probably a little worse than the ice rod. I should probably move ice rod up to like that. Have it in S tier if it was around for the stasis launch days. Probably true. But yeah, I never really used it in speedruns. The Flame Blade or the Great Flame Blade is a backup in all shrines. Like Piston's walkthrough, he says like, yeah, grab the Great Flame Blade um, if you think you need it. And I guess that's for like setting campfires because we are sometimes low on fire arrows because you only get like 20 total. So it's like, I don't know, A tier is really good. The Thunderstorm Rod is probably going to go in A tier. I don't think I'd put it in S tier. I think the combo of Blizzrod plus Thunderstorm Rod is insane. We use that to kill the like major test of strength guardian in the middle trials of Trial of the Sword, and it deals so much damage. But by itself, the Thunderstorm Rod doesn't deal as much damage. It's really that combo that makes it really, really good. And you know, lightning, you can disarm enemies, which is good. And all that. You know, it's got range. You can send out the lightning balls. So it's solid. It's definitely A tier. Yo, Molko Knight, thank you for the raid. Hope the stream went well. The Thunder Spear. Now, I'm biased. This is the weapon I use to practice. A tier. Yeah, that's right. What's the reason for this? Just it's my like go-to weapon in practice in that on plateau in my casual file, I'll like practice wind bombs and I need a spear. And so I have like all the elemental spears, but I feel like the effect on the flame spear and the frost spear is too distracting. And so I use the lightning spear. See, exactly. Yeah, it's iconic. Can you zoom out the screen a little bit? Zoom out the screen? Oh, I see. Uh yeah, what did I do to this? So I was like cropping it a lot. Yeah, we can crop this less. And then that maybe like oh, come on. Let's see. Is this fine? I'm kind of like moving it all around. Wait. That's not the thing I clicked. Come on. OBS, please. It's just because there are more bros now. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yo, Trevor, thank you for the 9-month resub. Plink. True, the Amphorus badge. Very cool. Probably the best badge. Well, other than the shiny Amphorus. But let's see. Where was I? Thunder Sword. This one's fine. Oh, actually, so this is interesting. The Thunder Sword, there's one in Castle. If you BLSS over to the balcony where there's like a chest with ancient arrows, the malice will be unloaded. You can actually like walk into Castle, grab the Thunderblade. And so people were thinking of using that in the new Castle route, which is something that didn't make it into the route. It was too slow, but you could like essentially use that to disarm enemies instead of having to sneak strike, and so that was a consideration. But yeah, it was a little bit too slow, but that always comes to mind when I think of the Thunderblade. But yeah, overall, like the Thunder Spear is also good for disarming enemies because it has range. Obviously, a shock arrow would be better because you don't have to be anywhere near the enemy if you got that. But bows are just better, so kind of an unfair comparison. But yeah, the like short range on the Thunder Sword is pretty bad. Lightning is just cool. True. It is. Okay. The Great Thunder Blade. Oh, actually, I think this thing has really high durability. I'm pretty sure. And so this is one of the things that I'll like boost the ranking if it's got good durability, because I don't want to rank weapons that have low durability higher or like much higher because you can just transfer durability. But if it's a weapon that you can use to transfer its durability onto other weapons, then it gets a boost. Because I feel like that makes sense. So like super high durability weapons will be rated, maybe a little higher than you would think, just because they're useful for that. Whereas, I don't know, Royal Guards equipment, like if you could rank them all based on like the highest durability weapon, then, or having the highest durability from the highest durability weapon, then it just becomes whichever has the highest attack. But yeah, I like the Great Thunderblade. Bottom of A tier. Okay, it's been a while. Here's another bad spear. Okay, we'll just put a couple of the spears in F tier just to speed things up. Knight's Halberd. This thing has more attack, I think, than other spears. Maybe like there. Yeah. If you can't tell, I don't really like spears. That one's definitely pretty bad. I'll rearrange F tier again. Yep. Just put the ball there. Okay. It's just all spears. Is it actually? okay, technically it's all spears, and then like, oh, there's the Guardian sword, Zora's sword, bone weapons. But the woodcutter's axe, obviously, got a soft spot for that, and it's good for cutting trees. B tier. It was so cool in the old route. Stasis first. You got that axe. You used it for all of plateau. Very useful for like stasis shenanigans. It had decent durability. And useful for cutting trees down. Okay, spiked Boko Club. I'll probably put it like upper F tier. I have fond memories of this thing. I don't know exactly why. I feel like in the early game, this was one of the like higher attack like weapons that you would grab from the Bokos. So I feel like it's cool. Like it, I don't know. It was useful in my casual playthrough for a bit. So I'll put it like upper F tier, but it's probably not even that good in the long term. Gerudo scimitar. No, is this even the scimitar? Gerudo sword is pretty bad. I don't really like it. Hello, Xander. If you had a spiked Boko Club early game, you're doing great. Exactly. This guy, Lizal Tri Boomerang. So if you've watched any percent, you know how it is. This goes up in. Do I put it in A tier? Yeah, I think I do. So this is one of the 4 weapons we grab for any percent, right? You need the Royal Claymore, Edge of Duality, Lizal Tri Boomerang, and the Royal Guards Claymore. And so, I mean, technically you can count the Boko Spear because we do grab 5 weapons, but we throw that one before entering castle. But yeah, the reason the Tri Boomerang is so good is that you can break Thunderblight's shield with it. It's a one-handed weapon, which is pretty nice for quick attacks. But yeah, it's also a boomerang, which casually is pretty cool because you throw it, it comes back. But like, this also has extra durability on it in our any percent runs. So if you ever need to deal a little bit of extra because you missed some headshots or something, or you need a backup in Thunderblight because you're down an arrow, this will come in clutch. So heavily biased by any percent routing, but it does get really good use, and it's 36 attack. So this is actually just better than the Royal Broadsword for attack, not counting like modifiers. One-handed weapons are better than two-handed weapons. Two-handed weapons are better. Yeah, I think spinning is just busted. Spin to win in Breath of the Wild is really, really useful. One-handed weapons don't have as much use, I'd say, in speedruns. Like, Do you need a one-handed weapon for IST? But yeah, I feel like the utility of two-handed weapons is better because let's just take any percent. 3 of the 4 weapons we use in the boss fights are two-handed. So the boomerang is definitely used pretty well, but yeah, two-handers are pretty great. Just get double hits and then you destroy enemies. But that being said, this guy is probably gonna be like D tier. I guess I'll go grab the other one as well. Where is it? This guy will be F tier actually. We do use the forked. I think it's called the forked Lizal boomerang. We use this in Trial of the Sword, and it's fine. I think it's at like 24 attack, so it's decent. But it's also, I think, like connected to the one room that I dislike the most in that speedrun. Right, because you're supposed to switch between this and the flame blade to kill the Bokos in the dark room, and I don't like that. I don't like that room. And yeah, this thing has like 24 attack. It's fine. Wind Cleaver. This is one of those weapons where it's like super cool, not useful. Super cool, pretty rare, but utility is not there. But, you know, we're not doing this by, you know, utility only. So we'll put it in the C tier. Yeah, it's like it gets rid of the best part of two-handed weapons, which is the spin. But you can like shoot a beam out of it. Wind Cleaver is goated. Dude, shoutouts to that one bingo where you needed the Wind Cleaver. Was that you, Tapir? I feel like it was. Yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah, I think it's like certain actions, like if you kill the Yiga swordsman in a certain way, it won't drop the cleaver. And so if you need that for some reason and you accidentally do it the wrong way, you kind of lose out. And so in bingo, you don't really have access to too many Yiga swordsmen because they don't really spawn until you've done the Yiga hideout. And so yeah, it can be pretty annoying. But yeah, hello Minduino and Hero. Doesn't have like 5 durability. The Wind Cleaver, I don't think so. I think it has a little more than that. But yeah, it looks cool. So we'll put it in C. I put Frost Spear in B tier. I did. It's literally the best weapon in the game. In combination with other weapons, maybe. It's like a little better. But nah, best weapon in the game, definitely not. There are better alternatives. Boko Club, it is pretty bad. I don't think I really need to explain that. We use it in speedruns, like, I think I grab it in all dungeons just for a one-handed weapon. Because it's the one-handed weapon I grab for IST because it's like the Boko right at Temple of Time. But other than that, I don't think I ever used it in a speedrun. And it's just Like we don't actually use it to fight anything. This is just so that I have a one-handed weapon. And you could use that Boko club or the torch in Rito. But yeah, it's pretty bad by itself. This one's the Knight's Broadsword. I'll put this guy in C tier. We use this in the Trial of the Sword. It's got decent attack. I think it's like... Wait, is this only like 26 attack? I don't know. It feels better than like this guy, which I think is 24. And I think it looks cooler. It doesn't have the boomerang, but this is not objective and it feels cooler, so I'll put it in C. Korok Leaf, definitely F tier. I hate that thing. Anyone disagree? Jen would disagree. Yeah, no, the leaf sucks because I never want it. And you can't throw it. So in speedruns, I always accidentally pick it up. And then what do? I have to open the menu and drop it. So it's really annoying. I actually recently had an All Shrines run where I was trying to ISCW into Rakazunzo. So I go bomb the tree. A Korok leaf falls down, and I have elevator storage. So if I accidentally pick that up, I get sucked into Katakar instead of being able to go over to Rakazunzo. And so that leaf lost me like a minute probably. It's stupid. Enough said. It's funny, but it's lost me too much time. Personal grudge, it's S tier. This is my tier list, so I'm allowed to have grudges against weapons. Okay, this guy, I'll put him in C tier, I think. This is the like spiked Moblin Club. And we use that in Trial of the Sword in the beginning trials. It's pretty useful. So I think I'll actually put it up here. Yeah. It's like what we use for beginning trials for most of our damage on like the Talus, one of the Silver Lizalfos. We throw it at the Hinox at the end. It's pretty good. Old Koga 1 cycles. Oh, that's the other one. Here, we'll get to that. Actually, yeah, what do I do with the Dragon Bone Moblin Club? This thing? Honestly, I'm going to put it under the other one. And the reason, like, this is a decent weapon. It's like 45 attack and two-handed, so when you spin with it, like, it's good damage. But in speedruns, like the old Dungeons route would grab this at the Lizalfos camp that's close to Koga. We needed some weapon to kill Koga with. And so you would grab this, go fight Koga. But it's like such an awkward amount of damage in that 45 means you need to get like perfect double hits in order to one cycle each phase of Koga, like the first phase. So I'm going to put it lower because that sucked. It was actually hard to fight Koga perfectly. Nowadays we have like ancient arrows, like infinite ancient arrows, so it's like so easy. That plus the Great Eagle Bow is broken. So yeah, that one I also have bad memories of. So I put it under the the lower tiered one just because of that. Okay, I guess we'll do these tridents. Yeah, I forgot to put these because I didn't forget. I purposely didn't because they're kind of different from the other spears that I was just dropping in F tier. One of these is the ceremonial trident. The other is like the light scale trident. I don't know which is which. So we'll put the one of them in like C tier and the other in D tier. I don't know. It looks cool. And they both look the same. So the fact that it looks cool is the same for both. We use the ceremonial trident for the shrine quest, Daga Keek. Apparently we're gonna have to buffer, doing like a buffered SCW for that. I'm not so sure if I'm gonna do that, but we'll see. I think Piston's routing it in. But yeah, it's decent. The light scale trident has a lot of durability, so it's better. Also probably stronger. Is it lower for being impossible to find? No, that was very much a skill issue. I just didn't know that it was under the bridge. I guess we can do the amiibo weapons because an amiibo weapon showed up. Where's the other one? Wait, is that all of them? There's no way. Oh yeah, okay. And I feel like there's one more. Sword, that sword. Yeah, that's probably all of them. So these ones are kind of annoying to get because obviously you have to use amiibos, and they're also rare, which the combination of the two is not great. I'll put this. So the sword is iconic, but it takes up a slot in your inventory as well, and it's just not worth it. The goddess, was it? This is like the goddess sword or something. It's from Skyward. Probably the same. The fact that you have to do amiibos and like get lucky with the amiibos is kind of annoying. The boomerang, Seabreeze boomerang is a boomerang. It looks cool. It's iconic, but is also very disappointing. This is actually one of the only. That might not be true, but some of these amiibo weapons you can't get until you defeat a divine beast. But like the Seabreeze boomerang, I'm pretty sure you can get that like on plateau, or maybe like after you've left plateau. But it's like without beating a divine beast, they give it to you, and so that just goes to show it's not very good. So can't really put it too high, but you know they look cool, so we'll put them at the top of F tier. The sword of the sages. This is like the Twilight Princess sword. This one looks very cool. I haven't played Twilight Princess, but I have this one in my inventory on my casual file. I'll put it in B tier. I think it's like 48 attack, so it's not even that good. But it does look very cool. Korok Leaf is an F tier. What if you want to ride a boat? Why would you ride a boat when there's much better movement options? Just Wind Bomb. The double? No, I think it's called the Double Helix sword. This is definitely A tier. This is the Fierce Deity's sword. Very sick. I actually learned how to duplicate weapons, and this was one of the like 2 weapons I initially tried to dupe. So this one's cool. I like it. Big Goron sword, S tier. Highest durability sword in the game if you get the modifier for it. So, yeah. Used for lots of durability transfers. It is really annoying to get, but you can actually manipulate the amiibo spawns, kind of. Like, there's kind of a pity system with amiibos. If you scan, like, the same amiibo, or is it no? If you scan, like, amiibos and get, like, the lowest tier of, like, item drops from the chest enough times in a row, it will guarantee you, like, a big hit. Does the big TP sword glow? I don't know. Does it? It. I don't think it glows a lot if it does. We can, like, switch over and check. Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot to move this. No, I didn't forget to move it. Whatever. Chat will just stay up there. Looks kind of bad, but... Here's it. Webcam. Okay. So this is just to check. Because I have these weapons, the amiibo ones, in my inventory. Okay, it does not glow. It is just very... It's very fine. And see, it's 48. Oh, I actually don't have a big Goron sword with durability up. I guess I didn't feel like grinding for it. But let's see. Why is light scale trident C and D? One of these is the ceremonial trident. That's the one I put in D tier. And then the light scale is just better. But yeah, Big Goron sword is good for durability transfers. It's also decent damage. I think it's like 40 or it's 50. Yeah, it's 50 damage. So it's actually a decent weapon. But yeah, if you get durability up, that's money. What is this? Is this the... Okay, this is like the samurai sword. This has like the cool two-handed thing. So it's like the wind cleaver, except it can't shoot wind. So it's like not as cool. Never seen it. Yeah, it's like the eightfold long blade, I think. I mean, it's one of like two of these types of weapons in the game, which is pretty cool looking, but not very useful. So it's like not great. I think you can find one in like a chest in, and I might be wrong about this, but I feel like you can find one in a chest in the Dueling Peaks shrines. She upper, she lower. Yeah, it does look very cool. But we'll put it in D tier because of that. Otherwise, it's just a bad two-handed weapon. Okay, is this the Rusty Claymore? No, this is the Soldier's Traveler's Claymore. I should probably put that in... Probably put that in F tier. Just because, like... It's nothing special. Not all two-handed weapons are worthy of the higher tier weapons or being higher tier. Okay, the farming hoe. I don't know if I've ever used this weapon in my life. I've probably grabbed it, but what do I do? Uh, yeah, we'll put it somewhere in F. Yeah, quite the meme. It's funny tier. Yeah, the funny tier will be F. Sledgehammer, it'll be in B tier above the woodcutter's axe. It's got good durability. We use it a lot in speedruns because it's a two-handed weapon with good durability. You can break rocks with it. And it's located on plateau. Right, it's in stasis, so this one's pretty sick. So I will put it in B tier. I'm not gonna put it too much higher though, just because of that. Boko Bat, pretty bad. Bad weapon. It's got like 6 attack. Whenever I picked this up in Trial of the Sword, I was like, why? Just get out of here, please. Another boomerang, that kind of sucks. I don't even remember how much attack that has. Knight's Claymore, that's a C tier weapon. We'll put it actually here. That's got 38 attack. The Knight's Claymore is pretty good, pretty decent. We use it in Bug Limit Any Percent, the new route that that was made to update the weapon routing for Blights and Calamity. This was essential, and so I'll put it in C tier. Like, it's 38, I think, attack and decent durability. And yeah, that was pretty pretty useful. You can't see all of it. Yeah, it's true. That's truly unfortunate. What should I do? Let's see, I'm cropping off the top. Oh, why is this even? All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Filters. Well, no, we'll just. The way I'm doing this is probably pretty dumb, but bottom. Actually, we just won't crop the bottom. And then just move it, maybe. Oh, I was supposed to zoom this out. Okay, I can. Dude, now what? The list is too big. This is getting out of hand. Okay, I think we're probably fine. I guess we'll just have like white space. Oh, come on. It's not what I had. Okay, that looks fine, I think. Sure. Control plus scroll down. Yeah, that would probably be better. I've just been changing the. I didn't want to zoom it out, but I guess I could do that. Let's see. This is the rake that gets put in the lake. Yeah. Yup, that's about it. F tier. Royal Guard sword. We used to use this in 90%. It was pretty cool. I'll put it in like the top of C tier actually. It's got bad durability. Come on. So it won't be higher than that. S tier because of the speedrun. Oh, for Rake and Lake? No, thank you. It's already getting too long. Yeah, no, like we. Let's see. Oh no, yeah, it is. Uh, sure, whatever. That'll be fine. I'll do it again, just in preparation. But now it's smaller. Oh, I guess my eyesight's fine. I'll be able to see it. You underestimate how many weapons there are? Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, so the Royal Guards Claymore, this one is probably top of B tier. Now, this might be controversial, but it really shouldn't be. It's not great durability. It's actually pretty bad. So, it gets good use in the any percent speedrun. It was crucial in rerouting castle and like blights and calamity weapon routing because it deals so much damage, but it doesn't stick around for that long. So we'll just put it there. Rusty broadsword, gonna be pretty far down there. This is like a golden, no, Gerudo thingy. I don't know if I ever used it. It's probably there. Royal Guard spear. This thing's pretty good. I actually like this. Probably put it in B tier. Do I put it in B tier? It's definitely below the Royal Halberd because like I don't think the durability, or I feel like the durability difference makes the Royal Halberd better. But like aesthetically, it looks amazing. So we'll put it at bottom of B. Moonlight Scimitar. Yeah, I don't know if I ever used it. I've seen it. It doesn't seem amazing. The attack is probably fine. It's probably like in the 20s. But I feel like it's not that common. Okay. The throwing spear. This one's fun. Bottom of D. The thing is, you don't even really use it, right? It's just there so you can throw it as far as possible. But whenever I see one and grab it, it's always fun, right? I always try to see how far I can throw it. So it's bottom of D. It's not F. Bottom of a D. Very different. Oh, I forgot this one. This one's probably like there. Oh, I missed a couple of these. Wait, what is this one called? We'll just put it in D tier. That's the Yiga one-handed weapon. Vicious sickle. Okay. Yeah. We'll put it down there. In D tier. Those guys are always really annoying whenever I'm running around in my casual playthrough. 6 slice. I'm sure that's how you write it. Okay, the mop is really good at cleaning up your enemies. Just kidding. But I think it's funny, so we'll put it in D tier. That is allowed. It is quite funny. The soldier's claymore. This thing is underwhelming. 20 attack, I think. Oh, I tried to use this. Okay, I was looking for a way to make that one room in the middle trials easier. Like the one I was complaining about a lot. I was trying to make it easier. And I was like, what if you had a two-handed weapon that you could spin with to like stun all of the Bokos at once? And so I was like, oh, there's a soldier's claymore there. Let me try that out. And it did nothing. It's got 20 attack, and so it like didn't deal enough damage, but then also the durability wasn't high enough, so it just kind of broke after dealing probably under half health to like all of them. So not very useful. Traveler's Spear. Oh man, I forgot a lot of these. Zora's Spear. Where are the other spears? Get out of here. Okay. Rusty Claymore. That's got to go like here. Because the Rusty Claymore is what lets me get the triple sneak strike. And we love the triple sneak strike around here. It does make the like first room in Trial of the Sword pretty fun. So I think it's worth it. The Scimitar of the Seven. This one's Urbosa's weapon. This probably goes like there. Like, it's decent. I want to say it's like 30. I want to say it's 36 attack again, which might be wrong, but it's somewhere around there. So it's okay. But also, because it's the Scimitar of the Seven, like it's Urbosa's weapon, I'm never going to use it. Right? Like, the champion's weapons, I was always scared of them breaking, and I know you can reforge them, but I don't know. I feel like I never felt like doing that. So it just like took up a slot in my inventory. Yo, what's up, Jordan? You broke that and felt so bad. Yeah. Master Sword will be in. Do I put an S tier? Probably. Right? Yeah, we'll put an S tier. It's a classic. You can shoot blade beams. It always comes back. It can be pretty strong if you do the Trial of the Sword. So yeah, we'll put an S tier. It does glow, so it does look cool. Forest Dweller's Sword, bottom of D tier, or pretty close to the bottom. I like how it looks, but overall, pretty bad. The double axe is nice. Pretty useful. Like, the double axe is better than the woodcutter's axe, but the woodcutter's axe is more iconic, so that's why I'm only putting it near the top of C tier. Feather's Edge, nobody ever used. Soldier's broadsword thing, also pretty bad. Moblin Club, bad. The Zora like two-handed weapon, We'll put it here. It doesn't even like the Zora equipment is fine. I feel like this one doesn't look as cool as the others, but it is a two-handed weapon, so we'll put it there. Yo, what's up, hardcore? How's the tier list going? We're making our way through. I think this is taking longer than I thought it would. You can't help but notice you put the best weapon, the farming hoe, smack it in the middle of F tier. Surely this is a mistake. No. Actually, let's see. Here, we'll put it closer to the middle. What, there's like 4 rows? So it should be like... Is it here? There we are. I think now it's smack in the middle. The boat ore is funny. It is funny. We're beefing now. Uh-oh. Stone Smasher is good. It's good. I'll put it in B tier. I think we put it like here. Yeah, so the Stone Smasher is good. We used to use it in any percent. Honestly, it was pretty underwhelming. In any percent, trying to one cycle Water Blight phase 1 was pretty unfortunate. But overall, pretty good weapon. It's got like 42 attack, I think, and can break rocks. Spiked Bokobat. Fond memories of this in Trial of the Sword. C tier. Let's see. C tier, we'll put it like here. Dragon Bone Boko Club, I think I used that in my casual playthrough pretty decently. So we'll put it here. Giant Boomerang is really sick. This one's pretty unique. Also, I don't do like ILs, but you can like do some cool stuff with this. As in, you can chain wall jumps with it because it's like a boomerang, but two-handed, so it's like the easiest weapon to do that with. I've seen some cool clips of it, so we'll put it in C tier. We're reaching the end. We're almost there. Eightfold, like, short sword thing. Sure. Somewhere around there. Soup ladle. Where do I put this soup ladle? We'll put it up here. Sure. S for soup. No thanks. Golden Claymore, very underwhelming. Yeah, very underwhelming. Definitely. Torch. Okay, the torch is actually rather useful. As a weapon, it's awful, but you're not going to be using it for a weapon. Like, what if you want to smuggle a torch, light it on fire, and then keep yourself warm? You could do that. That would be a really nice application of the torch. Drill shaft probably goes in like decently high C tier. It's just a cool weapon. Useful for... We'll never watch again if I don't put the drill shaft in S tier. Okay, check this out. I've now put it in S tier and then moved it back. So I did put it in S tier. It'd be a lie to say I didn't. So there we are. Yeah, it's fine. You don't really find too many of them. But yeah, it's really good for breaking rocks. So nice to keep around. The Boulder Breaker. Daruk's weapon. Sure, that'll be in B tier. I didn't really use it. This is kind of like the Scimitar of the Seven, Urbosa's weapon. I didn't really want to use it because I didn't want to break it. Royal Claymore. This one's sick. I almost want to put it in S tier. Actually, I will. You know what? It's a classic. Put the champion weapons in the house. I did, but there's other weapons I want to put in the house. And they only give you 3 slots. But yeah, Royal Claymore, it's just too iconic. Very useful, 52 attack. Always been like a key part of any percent. Pretty common. That's also nice. So I think it deserves S tier. Cobble Crusher. Top of D tier. It's fine. I remember picking up a Cobble Crusher on accident in some of my All Dungeons runs. That was rather annoying, but otherwise not too bad. Traveler's Sword, obviously not great. Spring-loaded hammer. We'll put it in A tier. It's pretty funny to use and has like really high durability. So if you don't have amiibos, you can use the spring-loaded hammer as your durability transfer weapon. It's got like 80 durability, I think. You can just get that from Kilton. Yo, it's Amnesia. Nice tier list. Well, thank you. Edge of Duality. This is also an A tier weapon. I'm gonna need to reorder A tier, I think. We'll put this here for now. Oh, it's out of scope again. Dude, it keeps growing. Stop it. Dude, what am I gonna do with chat? Here, we'll put you at the bottom. F, yeah, F tier. No, it's just somewhere to put you. And nobody's really looking at F tier. It's just a bunch of spears. Can chat not be white? I'd have to change the browser source. I'm too lazy. One Hit Obliterator was super cool. Solid B tier. F for funny. It's either F for funny or bad. The Boko Spear. What do I do with the Boko Spear? Because, like, it's iconic now. Is it? I don't know. We use it in any percent. And, well, just plateau in general. So it's like, it's part of the kit, but also, it's not actually good. So the highest I think I can put it is probably upper C tier, but I don't even know if I want to do that. We'll put it at the bottom of C tier, actually. That deserves to be an F tier, but because of speedrunning, I'll put it in C tier. S does not deserve S. Hello, Leah Max. A for any percent. Nope. Okay, and we've got the tree branch. Now, you were all waiting for this, I'm sure. Where do I put this? Yeah, I'll put it like there. Anyway, that's a wrap. Weapons tier list completed. Wait, what is this? What is what? We all picked up a stick. Yes. Golden Claymore, kill it. Nah, I think D tier is fine. S tier stick. See, I don't understand the hype. It's fine. It's actually pretty bad. We use it occasionally, I guess. But like, it's just a worse torch. Can we talk about the leaf one more time? No, the leaf sucks. End of discussion. So yeah, there's my weapons tier list. Pretty cool. I guess I should download this. Okay, it's been downloaded. But let's move on to the bows. Yeah, we can do the bows now. And what's nice about this is that there aren't that many. So this should be pretty quick. Tweet to start a fight. Yeah, I guess I'll tweet it out, sure. Twitter. My image. Why is it called my image? Dude, what should the tweet be? You know what? Whatever. We'll just do weapons tier list is done. Keep it simple. Anyway. There it is. Now moving on to the bows. I think we'll be fine, probably, for now. I didn't really prepare for this too much. But yeah, bows. So here, I'll be ranking all the bows in Breath of the Wild. There actually aren't that many. As you can see, there's like, I think it's 25-ish in total. And bows are totally broken in Breath of the Wild. Like, so much better than weapons. Bullet time is absolutely busted. So you can just spam these. So if I were to rank these on the same list as the weapons, they'd basically all be just above the weapons. So yeah, let's see. We have the Bow of Light. Is it S tier? Probably. I don't know. It's like it shoots forever, 100 damage. B, no. I don't know. It's kind of, you don't really get to use it unless you use glitches. But you can glitch this into your regular save file. So I don't know. It's pretty good. Put an A. You'll gift a sub if I put an S tier. S tier or you riot. Okay. Yeah, sure. I was thinking either S or A, so we'll keep it there. Great Eagle Bow. Obviously the best bow in the game. It's like not even close. Yo, David, thank you for gifting a sub. Look, you gotta do what you gotta do. Just saying. Gerudo bow. This is long range. It's also a metal bow. So one thing to consider is having a metal bow in what is it, Goron? In Elden can be good because it won't burn. Having long range can be good. For step ups, this actually sucked. Like in old dungeons, we used to grab the Gerudo bow. Like you could grab it. You didn't need it, but you could grab it as your metal bow um, to use to get through Elden. Um, but yeah, trying to do a step up with the scope was pretty bad. Did he call it Gerudo bow? Golden bow? I'm pretty sure it's. Wait, is it not called Gerudo bow in some language? I feel like there's some sort of. Yeah, golden bow. I feel like it's called Gerudo bow in something. But it's okay. Probably C tier. Frenetic bow also has long range. I didn't really use it too much. I feel like it's worse than like the golden bow. Ancient bow is A tier. Dude, the problem with bows is that they're all so good. The Bow of Light, you can use glitches to get it in your regular save file. So I think it's okay to put in an S. Um, Royal Guards bow is definitely S tier underneath the Great Eagle bow only because the Great Eagle bow is it's just too good. It's got long range, like you can fire quickly, it has long range, good durability, 3 shot with like 28 attack. So Great Eagle bow, there's no competition. The Royal Guards bow, obviously, I might be a little bit biased, but it's so good in any present. So you just have to put it in S tier. The Ancient Bow does have a lot of durability, I think. I think that's how it works. But you do have to craft it, so I never really used it. It does shoot very straight. I think it's It's a really good bow, but I don't want to put too many things in S tier. Yeah, it's like the Royal Guards bow shoots really fast, high damage, really low durability, but we use it in 90%, so it's up there. It's like an MVP in 90%. So the next one is the Twilight bow. This one is only used, or no, it's an amiibo only bow. It fires like light arrows, but the damage on this is like 20, 28, I want to say. It has insane durability though. Like if you get this bow, I think this one is the one with the highest. It's 30. Okay, 30 attack, but the durability on this, if you get a durability up, is really good. So I think that's good for durability transfers. I'll put it in B. 100 normally. Yeah, I think I did grind for this. So that I could transfer durability. And then yeah, shooting straight, like it's fun to use. But in combat it's not good. Yeah, I mean I would agree that the ancient bow is good for durability transfers and it's overall just a really good bow. But I almost never used it. I don't like having to craft for it. And so like A tier I feel like makes sense. I don't think I'm going to be putting anything else in S tier. And obviously I'm biased towards certain bows. The Great Eagle bow is used in every single speedrun that does Meadow. That probably isn't true. There might be like one niche speedrun that wouldn't grab the Great Eagle bow, but otherwise it's actually just the best. And having multi-shot is insane. Really good for damage. And then also multi-shot bows let you overload the menu, and that's super useful. So overall, great. I'm an any percent runner. Like any percent is where I started with speedrunning. And we've used this the whole time. So obviously it's got to be an S tier. Bow of Light doesn't break. 100 damage per shot, shoots straight. This gets used in all Kilton medals with weapon modifier corruption. Seems pretty OP to me, so we'll put it in there. It's also the Bow of Light, so like you kind of have to rank it pretty high up. Boko Bow. I have fond memories of doing BTBs with this thing. C tier. Dragonbone Boko Bow. Wait, spiked Boko Bow, and then this one's Dragonbone. No, they don't have a Dragonbone bow. I don't know what these two are called. Spiked Boko Bow, but this one is eh. This one is probably top of C tier. It's got decent damage. Okay, strengthened Lazal bow is I think like the same. It might be a little better than this. It's like 35 attack, I think. Spiked is 2 bones, Dragonbone is 3. Okay, so there is a Dragonbone bow. Okay, wooden bow is F. Wait. What is this one called? Whatever. This one is probably better than this. And this one's fine. Let's see. 3 shots. Like this is multi-shot, so it's good. But obviously gets outshined by the other Lionel bows. We'll put it here. And then Savage Lionel bow obviously goes in A tier. You get the 5-shot modifier, and it's OP. Steel Lizalbo. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, 5-shot bow. We use it in master mode any percent, and it's insane. But yeah, A tier. It doesn't fire that fast, which feels pretty bad once you're used to like the Royal Guards bow or the Great Eagle bow. And then yeah, it's also RNG. And if you check out my YouTube, I posted a video of me getting 11 quick shot bows in a row. It's a montage of the bad RNG I got. But yeah, I'll put that in A. Duplex bow is pretty good. I think duplex bow goes here. Now the reason for this is double shot. So it is a multi-shot bow. You can use it for menu overloading. And you can also use it to cheese the the Boris puzzles. So it's really useful for that. We keep it around in all dungeons because yeah, having that 2-shot bow is unique and allows you to do the neck terminal really quickly. Because like having a normal 3-shot or 5-shot bow would not work because you need it to like, I don't know, have both shock arrows shoot straight at it, I think. For neck bow zoom, yeah, I feel like there's other zoom bows though. And the zoom is kind of annoying or I don't really like the zoom that much. There's 2? Wait, really? It's just the golden bow and Frennic? Interesting. Well, maybe I should put we'll put the golden bow higher up. Here, we'll put Frennic bow there. But yeah, it's like zooming, good for getting specific dragon parts, I guess. I don't know if I ever really... Well, I used it to farm Feroce horns, I think, casually. But you could use other bows for that. As long as you just... as long as you have good aim and you're used to the bow you're using, then you should be able to use others. Traveler's Bow, obviously this is what we use in any percent. Available at the Temple of Time. So it's like the Boko bow. And should probably go in the same spot. Soldier's Bow. Knight's Bow will probably go here. It's a metal bow, so it's like... I think that makes sense. We grab this in all dungeons sometimes. Actually, do we grab it in the current route? I think we do. Like, this is located in Rudania, one of the chests, and you grab it so that your bow doesn't burn while sliding over to castle at the end. What's the bow in F? It's the wooden bow, which doesn't exist. I don't know where you find it, but... But yeah, it's like 3 attack maybe. It is pretty bad. Royal Bow goes in F tier. Forest Dweller's Bow goes in... top of B tier, I think. What's wrong with the Royal Bow? Royal Bow for ADIST. Yeah, that's why I'm considering not putting it in F tier. But if you haven't seen an old any percent speedrun, we used to use the Royal Guards bow for Blights and then the first part of Calamity, but then we didn't have enough damage output and we were relying on like just headshots with a bunch of arrows to deal with phase 1. And one, the arrow like drops were RNG. But then two, you ran out of durability on the Royal Guards bow and started using the Royal bow, and it sucked. It was actually so much worse because it fires slower, less range, less damage. It was so hard to get headshots. So yeah, that's why I don't like the Royal bow. Skill issue? No, everybody hated it. Nah, I'm pretty sure most people would agree that the Royal, like switching to the Royal bow is awful. Nobody was good at Calamity except maybe Song. I feel like. Well, you like it. You didn't run old any percent. But yeah, the ADIST, we do use it. Song and Sketo, exactly. There's like two people who are good at Calamity. I feel like Mikey was pretty good at least fighting Calamity, like the parries. But yeah, Royal Bow, I might move it up later, but we'll see. Zora's Bow, or Silver Bow. Is it called the Silver Bow? Not great. And then we've got, okay, this thing can go here as well. I'm assuming the Silver Bow has like okay damage, right? But maybe that's not correct. And then we have the Swallow Bow. This thing's fine. I think it goes like here. And then the Falcon Bow probably goes in. This is kind of weird. I think I might put it in A tier. And if I'm being realistic, do I put the Royal Bow higher? Or do I keep my grudge? Yeah, swallow both of these nuts. A classic. Swallow in A? No, I put the Falcon Bow in A. But yeah, the Falcon Bow has nice range. It fires pretty quick. We used it in like all dungeons and stuff. It's just like a nice bow to have. I don't know if it makes sense to put it above like the Forest Dweller's bow, but I like it. So that counts for something. But yeah, I think that'll be that. So you got to keep the the Royal Bow down there cuz like I don't know. It needs to be somewhat controversial and I do have a reason to dislike it. So I think that'll be that. Rounding out the tier lists. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. Let me download this. My image 1. But yeah, there you have it. all of the weapons and bows in Breath of the Wild ranked. Also, hello, Rebecca. Hope you're doing well. You ranked shields already? I did not rank shields. I feel like they're all the same. Like that would be a no. I guess there would be slick shields versus everything else, and then it's probably just like aesthetic, like which ones I like better in terms of looks. But yeah. Twilight Bow should be A tier just for overloading. Does it work for overloading the menu? Oh, you mean highest durability? Okay. Yeah, I was like, I know elemental rods can be used to help overload the menu. But yeah. Can you rate all the fight scenes in My Hero Academia manga? Hmm, that'd be a harsh review. I don't think we want to hear that.